Good evening and welcome to Seymour Smith Park. Second day of quarterfinal action. Our final of four quarterfinal matchups. It pits the three-seeded Filthballers against the six-seeded Rail Riders. Earlier we saw the Crop Dusters take down the Black Sox. So the winner of this one will move on to complete the set of games we have for you tomorrow on semifinal Saturday. Mike Knockenauer alongside Bombers coach Seth Sitzman. Coach, we had an interesting first game, heavily dominated by the Crop Dusters, especially their arm in Adam Egger.
Yeah, that was definitely a fun game to watch. These guys did a great job. It was a competitive matchup with pitching early on, but they battled the bats, came through with the Crop Dusters, and they kind of broke it open. And Egger had a great game pitching, and it was a lot of fun to watch. I think we got another great one right here, another great pitching matchup. Seeing these guys early on with these pitchers, you're going to see their ones and twos, so it's going to be a pitching matchup. As a batter, you got to have good ABs and start the game early if you can and be aggressive at the plate.
Absolutely. It'll be Kane Sheehan on the bump for the Filthballers, who have the second best pitching staff by ERA in the regular season, a 2.54 ERA as a team throughout the season. As mentioned, it'll be Sheehan on the bump, getting the nod for the quarterfinal matchup between the Rail Riders. Sheehan, his ninth start. He made it 8 in the regular season. 2.74 ERA over 38 and a third innings, 53 to 25 strikeout to walk ratio. He'll face Jake Bussum, Brendan Allred, and Dayton Engelbart due up in the top of the first for the six-seeded Rail Riders. Glad you could join us. Should be a good one.
Super excited about this one. I think it's going to be a really good matchup between the two. I think you're going to see some offense pretty early, to be honest. I think these guys are both going to be competitive enough to put the ball in play and keep the defense on their toes.
Both these teams middle of the road in terms of scoring offense. Filthballers with one more run in the regular season. 168 for the Filthballers, 167 for the Rail Riders, as the first pitch is fouled away off to the right side. As Jake Bussum, the shortstop for the Rail Riders, gets us underway here in quarterfinal number 4.
Jake was a tough out for us all year. He managed to always put the ball in the play. He's heavy up the middle, likes to hit the ball, likes to attack the fastball. Has 19 hits on the year so far.
365 average for Bussum as he takes that one on the outside part of the plate, and quickly it's 0-2. Sheehan, the lefty, his windup. The 0-2 is fouled away over on the third base side. So Bussum stays alive, but the count stays 0-2.
Kane's going to be very aggressive early on, trying to get ahead in his pitch count, keep his pitch count down low. Seems to be working pretty comfortably out there.
Sheehan, the windup again. That one misses just outside. Good eye there from Bussum to take ball 1. Here's the 1-2. Breaking ball that just misses outside, and the count goes even. Sheehan here out of the windup once again. Here's the 2-2. Breaking ball in the zone, popped up. Peters, the second baseman, camps under it in shallow right field in the grass, and he makes the catch to record the first out of the game. Here in the top of the first.
As a pitcher, that's a lot of nerves, extended off your chest there. These guys are playing for something big, so get that first out right there builds up a lot of confidence in the pitcher. So he should start getting more and more comfortable as he gets to throw to these guys.
So pop out to second from Bussum brings up the center fielder and Brendan Allred. Red 259 hitter on the season. As he takes two balls quickly, 2-0. That one finds the zone. Count goes 2-1.
Out of his 15 hits this year, he has 10 singles, so he's like the guy that puts the ball in play and does the job. Good two-hole hitter.
Here's the 2-1 from Sheehan. Breaking ball that just misses down and away. Allred works himself into a hitter's count, 3-1. Here's the delivery on the 3-1, taken in the zone for strike number 2. The count goes full. Kicks delivers the payoff pitch. It's fouled away over to the left side, so Allred will stay alive. That's a lot of what we've seen in this tournament so far. Teams that have been able to work up pitch counts on opposing team starters have really had a lot of success.
Yeah, that's what these guys are up in the top of the lineup for. They work good counts.
3-2 once again. This time it's swung on and missed. Allred down on a swinging strikeout for the second out here in the top of the first, as that brings Dayton Engelbart, the first baseman, up to the plate.
Kane looks so comfortable up there today. He looks like he's ready to do a job today as a starter. He knows his name's being called today, so he has big responsibilities.
2 up, 2 down here in the top of the first for Sheehan, as his first pitch to Engelbart down and away for ball 1. Quite the season for Engelbart. Exactly 100 plate appearances, 368 average. Here's the 1-0 from Sheehan. It's lefty on lefty for this at-bat, as that one catches the outside part of the zone for strike 1.
You know, Mike, Railroads are fighting a lot of injury here. They're kind of banged up. A lot of injuries. A lot of guys started early on that are in the dugout now. They're battling back. They're doing a good job keeping this season alive. I think they got a good matchup ahead of them. But these guys have stepped up, done their job, and these guys are still super competitive even with their twos.
Now here's the 2-1 from Sheehan. He finds the zone once again. The count goes even, 2-2. Yeah, Coach, as you mentioned, a lot of injury with this Rail Riders team. They fought through it all season long. As that one down the middle for strike 3. A backwards K to Engelbart to end the inning. Sheehan works through the Rail Riders order 1, 2, 3, as he will get his defense off the field and hand it off to the offense, which we will get our first look at whenever we come back here for the bottom of the first. You're listening to the Corn Belt League postseason tournament on the Corn Belt League YouTube channel. So Kane Sheehan makes quick work of the Rail Riders in the top of the first, which gets his offense out there. Here in the home half of the first, Evan Lenz, Mitch Fry, and Thomas Taylor due up. First pitch swinging from Lenz. It's a ball deep in the shortstop position. That one up into the outfield grass. A long throw over there from Jake Bussum, but not in time as the speedy leadoff man for the Filthballers has himself an infield single to lead things off here in the bottom of the first.
That's a great effort right there by the shortstop. Finds a ball deep in the hole. Still managed to make a play on it, give it a little bit of hope. Just wasn't enough.
Forced Bussum all the way back to the outfield grass there in shallow left field, but made a good play on it, but Lenz with some wheels able to leg that one out, as now it brings up Mitch Fry, the first baseman batting second here this evening as he takes strike one.
Speaking of his speed, he has 9 stolen bases on the year. He's very aggressive over there. You got to keep an eye on him as a catcher.
Here's the 0-1 from Alex Grace. Haven't had an opportunity to preview him just quite yet, as Grease 6 starts in the regular season with a 4.30 ERA over 29 and a third. So that one misses inside. Back pick attempt to first. Lenz slides back in safely. Grease, a righty. So Lenz trying to play some mind games over at first. 2-1 is in there for strike two. Swing and a miss from Fry. Count goes even. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Good time to throw over here for Alex. Keep him honest over there from not stealing second.
Here's the 2-2. Breaking ball is swung on and missed. It's a drop third strike. They throw down to second, and throw is not in time. He got around the tag. First base was occupied, but Lenz took off with the pitch. So it goes in the book as a strikeout, but Lenz able to evade the tag up at second, as Michael Chase, the backstop for the Rail Riders, picked that one up quickly and fired down to second, but good slide there from Lenz as he's in there safely. Filthballers now with a runner in scoring position here, bottom of the first with 1 away.
Really good play right there by the catcher. Hops up, knows it's a dirt ball right there. Still makes a very close play right there, even though you would think you would have it standing up with a lot of speed there at first base.
So that brings up the catcher in Thomas Taylor. So Lenz up to second. 3-hitter up to bat for the Filthballers as that fastball well out of the zone for ball 1.
Thomas has 16 hits on the year, batting .269.
Here's the 1-0. That one misses just outside. Looked like he went back to the fastball on the outside part of the plate, but missed again. 2 balls and no strikes. Reese, eyes darting back and forth between Lenz and the plate as Taylor will call time. Lenz doing a good job of making sure he's staying in the head of Alex Grease.
Alex is going to do a great job keeping his pitch count down here. We had him for the All-Star game. He did a really good job. He was on a 30-pitch count for the All-Star game, managed to only throw 4 pitches in the first inning.
As that one off speed that misses outside. He keeps trying to go back to that outside part of the plate, but just can't seem to find it. 3-0 now. Grease looking, lens back at second. Now here's the pitch. This time he finds the outside part of the plate on the fastball. Keeps going back there, and he finally found it. But 3-1 count now to Taylor, who most likely had the red light there, but he's able to swing away now. As Grease will lift his leg up, but then make a move back to second. Won't throw over, but making sure Lenz knows that he's keeping him in the back of his mind. Here's the 3-1. That one misses away. It's a 5-pitch walk to Taylor, and there's 2 aboard here with 1 out here for the Filthballers, trying to get on top of the Rail Riders early. Taylor being the catcher, he'll come out. It'll be a courtesy runner in Aiden Spicer over at first for the Filthballers as Ryan Harness steps to the plate.
I'm okay with that walk there. He pitches around him a little bit, got the double play ball back set up, so he's in a good opportunity here to get a ground ball and get out of this inning.
So now the cleanup hitter in Harness. Here's the first offering. That one swung on and driven into the gap in right center. Lenz flies around third. He'll come in easily to score. Spicer's right behind him, rounding third. It's a stand-up 2-run double for Ryan Harness, and the Filthballers strike early and quick. It's 2-0.
He really left that ball right over the plate early on. He took advantage of it and drove that ball to right center.
Looked like some sort of breaking ball that just hung over the plate, and Harness did not miss. It's a 2-run double to open up the scoring as the Filthballers waste no time getting on the board.
Love the aggressiveness early on. Really good AB there to cause that walk to get that run scored from first base.
That brings Dylan Etherton to the plate. He's had a strong end to his season. As the first pitch, a fastball that he can't catch up to, 0-1. So Harness up at second. Here's the 0-1 from Grease. This one going to be chopped to third. Barrett on to make the play. Fires over to first in time. He looked the runner back before he threw over to first. So Harness will stay put at second. It's the second out of the inning. As that'll bring Brody Geezer up to the plate.
The third baseman, number 16.
Barrett's over there filling in position for one of their injuries. He's usually a second baseman kind of guy. I think they got their second baseman currently right now is an outfielder filling in that position. So some guys are a little bit out of position. That's a great play right there. That's a tough play as a third baseman.
So Brody Geezer, he'll take an off speed on the outside part of the plate for strike 1. Geezer 277 on the season. 758 OPS. Fastball misses low for ball 1. Grease looks the runner back. Now he comes home. Fastball inside at the hands of Geezer misses. 2 balls and a strike.
Seems like it's wanting to rain out here all day, Mike, hasn't it?
Absolutely. It's been light sprinkle, if you will, on and off, but it's been cloudy all day, but it's held up for the most part. Stayed pretty dry as Grease makes a move back to second. Won't throw over, but settles back in now. Gets his sign. Here's the kick and the deal. Fastball, he went low. That one's fouled away. The count even to 2-2.
Looks like he's really seen the ball here, working the count, doing a good job here to try to keep and extend the ending. Has a good opportunity to get an RBI here.
Geezer with 18 RBIs on the season. That's second most on this Filthballers squad. Here's the 2-2 from Grace. This one, a breaking ball in the zone. It's going to be turned on and lifted to left as Kyler Seaman able to drift back and make the grab, as that will retire the side. But the Filthballers strike first. They've set the tone as they take a 2-0 lead into the second. You're listening to the Corn Belt League postseason tournament right here on the Corn Belt League YouTube channel. Through one here at Seymour Smith Park, Filthballers off the bat of Ryan Harness and a 2-run double. Strike early. In the bottom of the first, as Sheehan worked a 1-2-3 inning in the top half. He's back out there now with a lead, as the first pitch he delivers to Colton Padgett is into center. A good piece of hitting there from Padgett, getting on Sheehan quickly. It's a leadoff single, line to center to start off things here in the top of the second.
Love the aggressiveness, jumping on that first pitch fastball, driving to left center. Being a good little leadoff here, start this inning.
So Padgett aboard. That brings up the extra hitter in Tyler Jeffus. Sheehan lefty, so guys are going to have to be careful on the base paths. First pitch swinging again. This time Jeffus, it's chopped to short. Lenz didn't have a play at second. He fired over to first in time. So if you're the Rail Riders, you're not necessarily upset with that, as Jeff is able to move the runner over into scoring position here with only one away. So 2 pitches, 2 balls in play, a single and a ground out. As that brings up the catcher and Michael Chase. First pitch fastball in there for strike one.
You know, the key here for the Rail Raiders to be able to get in the bullpen for the Filthballers. You know, the more short innings these guys have, especially Kane filling up the zone early, the more confidence he's going to get. So getting his pitch count up is going to be very key for this game for them.
Sheehan delivers the 0-1 breaking ball that finds the outside part of the plate for strike two. Chase down in the count. Sheehan looks back the runner at second. Now here's the 0-2. Looked like he went off speed high, and Chase fouls it back to the fencing. So he stays alive at 0-2. Sheehan comes set. Delivers. 0-2. Breaking ball low is fouled away over on the left side near the Filthballers dugout. So Chase lives to see another pitch.
Doing a great job fighting off pitches he doesn't want, fouling them off, an 0-2 count, anything close. Seems like there's a little bit of a bigger zone out there. He knows what he has to do.
Runner up at second in Paget. Chase looking to respond after the Filthballers put up 2 in the bottom of the first. This one going to be bounced to first. It's going to be a tough play. Not in time. Fry tripped backwards as he was trying to field that. And then Sheehan had an issue getting over to first. They're going to call it an error.
Looks like he just started to play that ball on that big hop and take a step back. Look, he got a little caught up on his feet.
The third baseman, number 34, Alden Barrett.
Correction, they're going to call that an infield single for Chase, as he will get a courtesy runner over at first in Caden Allred. So the catcher for the Rail Riders have a courtesy over at first. Now runners at the corners, still with 1 away. Now for Alden Barrett.
I think it definitely got a
fouls
first
away the first pitch he sees.
Looks like you got a first and third situation here. With a lefty, it's a lot harder to be able to get an extended lead there. Wonder what they'll do.
So 0-1 to Barrett. Fastball well away in the other batter's box.
First base, number 31, Caden Allred.
So 1-1. Sheehan finding himself in a bit of trouble here in the top of the second. Runners at the corners, still only 1 away. Infield playing a little tighter up the middle, as this one going to be softly popped up near second base. Lenz calls off his second baseman to make the grab. A big out there as Sheehan gets Barrett to pop out. And now there's 2 away here in the top of the second.
Me personally, I send the runner there to get out of that situation, get him in scoring position. I know that result of that play doesn't regardless, but I like to create a little bit of chaos early for me, be aggressive on the base pass, maybe get in a run down there and at least score 1.
Now in a much more tough situation with 2 away. Now here's Devin Garbiso. He sends this one just foul out near the warning track on the right field line. It was tailing the entire way and just about a foot or 2 in foul ground. First pitch attack from Garbiso and nearly possibly would have tied this game up.
Garbiso's a fierce hitter. He hit a ball here last time we played him. It's one of the furthest balls I've seen hit this year in the Corn Belt League. Sat on a breaking ball and drove over the left field fence.
Second pitch is a fastball that misses just down and away, so the count even 1-1. Allred over at first, only 2 stolen bases in the regular season. Here's the 1-1. Another fastball. This one fouled away out near the parking lot over on the right side. So a ball and 2 strikes. Sheehan a pitch away from getting out of the inning.
Looks like he was sitting breaking ball there. Did a really good job of fouling off that fastball to give him another opportunity.
Sheehan comes set. Runner goes. This one going to be chopped to third. It's going to be a tough play for Geezer. Spins around as he makes the play. Throw on to first is in time.
Great play. Great play by third baseman.
So the Rail Riders get a pair of runners aboard, but Sheehan able to work his way out of the jam without any damage as he maintains a 2-0 lead for the Filthballers as we head to the home half of the second. Plenty of action here early on and plenty of action to come. Don't go anywhere.
4, Peyton.
Bottom of the second. Kane Sheehan and the Filthballers defense able to strand 2 Rail Riders base runners to keep them off the board and cling to their 2-0 lead that they built with a 2 spot in the bottom of the first, as this first pitch from Peyton Trees is driven into the right center gap. He'll stay put at first, but a lot of these guys attacking first pitch. It's a leadoff single to start things off here in the bottom of the second for Peyton Trees and the Filthballers.
Love the aggressiveness early on, jumping on the first pitch, driving the ball to the outfield, line drive shots. Bats for the Filthballers are looking pretty good.
Brings up the second baseman and Nick Peters. Shows bunt. He tries to pull it down the third base line, but it's going to drag foul. So after the bunt foul, it's 0-1. Grease comes set. Looks back the runner over at first. Kicks and deals. Here's a fastball that's going to be shot to second onto the shortstop at second. So they got the out at second, but unable to get the out over at first as the throw from Bussum brought Engelbart off the bag at first. So fielder's choice in the book. Runner remains at first as now Peters aboard rather, as Trees is cut down. So one away here with still one aboard. Brings up the 9-hitter in Quinn Athey, center fielder this evening. Softly grounded back to the pitcher. He lost control of it, but able to gather it again and then fire over to first in time. So 1-3 for the second out of the inning. Peters moves up to second. So 2 away, runner up into scoring position. Now top of the order, back up here for the Filthballers.
You just hope right here he doesn't do something with a guy in scoring position. Had 2 opportunities, get 2 double plays right there. Hopefully he can do a job by getting another ground ball.
So Athey grounds out to the pitcher, moves the runner up. As that breaking ball catches the outside part of the plate for strike 1. Lenz singled to lead off the game and then came around to score on the Ryan Harness double. Here's the 0-1 from Grease. Breaking ball again, this time attacking on the inside part of the plate. Finds the zone there. No balls, 2 strikes.
That's definitely the guy you want in this opportunity. He has 29 hits on the year. It's a good opportunity to get another RBI right here.
Second baseman Paget bouncing off the second base bag, trying to keep Peters at bay. 0-2 pitch here from Grease. Another breaking ball. This one finds the zone. It's going to be sent in the air to right. Getman over near the line. He's able to make the grab, and the side is retired. A base runner for the Filthballers, but nothing more, as that will do it for the second. Filthballers keep their 2-0 lead after 2. We'll head to the third here in quarterfinal number 4 on the Corn Belt League YouTube channel. 9-10 and the top. 2 up for the Rail Riders here in the top of the third. Kyler Seaman, the left fielder, to lead things off. Sheehan back out there for his third inning of work. A fastball misses well outside for ball 1. 1 slider, 1-0 slider rather, is fouled away over to the right side. Count goes 1-1.
You know, the Bombers and Filthballers were pretty evenly matched all year. We were tied with them most of the year, and came down to it as they were seeded number 3 and we were seeded number 4. Came down to a run differential. So seeing this team, I'm pretty familiar with them.
1-1 fastball misses just outside. 2 balls and a strike. Two one, just outside, a check swing. They're going to appeal over to first. He did not go around. Looked like an off speed, just off the plate. Sheehan doesn't like the call. Nonetheless, it's a hitter's count, 3-1 to Kyler Seaman. Sheehan attacks right on that outside part of the plate again with a fastball and finds the zone and fills the count. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Sheehan coming set out of his windup. Here's the payoff pitch. As that one, a called strike 3 on an off-speed pitch at the bottom of the zone. Seaman thought it was ball 4, but home plate umpire says it's strike 3. So a backwards K to Seaman to open up the top of the third. And a good bounce back there from Sheehan as he was up down 3-1 in the count.
Yeah, Kane did a great job finding the outer half and working that count all the way back.
Now bottom of the lineup, Wyatt Getman. Breaking ball in the dirt for ball 1. Here's the 1-0. Another breaking ball low that misses the zone. Count goes 2-0. Sheehan. Fastball up and in. A little bit of chin music there. That misses as well. And it's a 3-0 count from Sheehan to Getman. That one misses down and in, and it's a 4-pitch walk to Getman. So a 1-out base runner here for the Rail Riders in the top of the third.
Top of the order, the shortstop, number 4, Jake Bussa.
Looked a little out of sync there. Seemed to be rushing his pitches a little bit, trying to get back in the zone. Take a deep breath right here, get a ground ball, and get out of the inning.
Lineup card flips over for the Rail Riders, Jake Bussum, and the top of the order. Back up here in the third. Rail Riders shortstop popped out to second to start off the game. Now he's got a runner aboard with 1 out here in the top of the third as he takes a fastball first offering outside for ball 1.
It's 4 straight balls. You wonder if he's taken right here.
Sheehan goes back to fastball. This time it finds the zone and evens the count at a 1-1. One pitch is a breaking ball that finds the zone. 1 ball, 2 strikes. That one started outside part of the plate and broke in and kind of buckled the knees of Bussum, who finds himself behind in the count, 1-2. Sheehan looks to runners back. Now here's the pitch to the plate, a breaking ball that misses just low. 2-2.
Really good pitch there.
Just missed low below the knees of Bussum. Here's the 2-2. Kick steals a fastball that's fouled away over on the right side and scooped up by the man on deck, Brendan Allred. We'll do the 2-2 once again. Sheehan settles in, fires a fastball well outside, and the count goes full. Sheehan kicks and delivers the payoff pitch. It's in there, a breaking ball that found the zone as Bussum froze. And a backwards K to get the second out of the inning here in the top of the third. A big punch out there for the Filthballers starter to get the second out of the inning.
That was really good to come back after the walk and fill the zone and still have confidence with the top of the lineup. Be able to get that out. It was a big out.
Fourth strikeout of the evening for Sheehan. Now here's Allred swinging first pitch. A chopper in the shallow infield. On to make the play as the second baseman flips over to first, and the side is retired. No damage done as Sheehan gets through the third. Still scoreless as the Filthballers still hold a 2-0 lead as we'll head to the home half of the third here from Seymour Smith Park.
For the Filthballers, the first baseman, number 22, Mitchell Fry.
Back for the top, rather bottom of the third as the Filthballers still with a 2-0 lead after bringing across the pair in the home half of the first. First pitch from Grease is a fastball that misses inside for ball one. Mike Knockenauer alongside Coach Seth Sitzman of the Bombers. Glad you could join us here this evening. A lot of action here between the Thursday and Friday of the quarterfinals here at the Corn Belt League postseason tournament. Coach, anything that's really stood out to you so far as you've been able to watch all four games at this point?
Well, it seems the Filthballers are doing a really good job of jumping on first pitch fastballs, being very aggressive up front early, and their bats are looking pretty good, hitting line drives. Kane's doing a good job on the other side of things of filling up the zone and keeping these rail riders off the base paths. And it's just a great opportunity to be out here, and appreciate everybody joining in. Got a beautiful night here in Omaha, good sunset. It's a good night for baseball.
It's been cloudy all day, but clouds have arranged themselves just well enough for a gorgeous sky here this evening as 2, 3, and 4 due up for the Filthballers here in the bottom of the third. It's Mitch Fry, the first baseman here, who has worked himself into a 3-1 count to lead off the inning. Struck out back in the first. And here he is leading off the bottom half of the third. He's got himself into a hitter's count. Here's the kick and deal from Grease as that fastball misses low. It's a 5-pitch walk to open up the inning as Fry is aboard. Leadoff walks always efficient if you're the offense, right, Coach?
Yeah, that's definitely what you want to see, as a coach is having a good AB up there, not being too aggressive, seeing the ball well, getting some base runners on for opportunities for some of these guys to get some RBI opportunities.
So that'll bring up the catcher in Thomas Taylor, who walked and scored back in the first. First pitch he sees is low as that one he'll golf foul out of play over on the left side. Looked like a breaking ball low, but Taylor able to get his bat to it and foul it away. Grease looking Fry back over at first. Here's the 0-1. That one, a fastball that gets away from him outside for ball one.
Wonder when you're going to see some aggressiveness on the base pass here. I know you don't want to run into anything, but you'd love to see some aggressiveness and let that catcher earn a spot of respect here a little bit. I wouldn't mind being aggressive right here.
Here's the 1-1, a fastball. Grease goes right after Taylor, who whiffs with a big swing and a miss. Count goes 1 ball, 2 strikes. Fry over at first, 5 stolen bases on the season. As Grease comes set here, ready to deliver the 1-2. Here's the pitch. That one's a fastball that misses well inside to even up the count.
Catcher almost looked like he was crossed up there. I don't know if he was setting up to outside or what, but he almost looked like he was caught off guard a little bit with that pitch.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Leadoff man aboard over at first. Grease comes set. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss. He went fastball on the outside part of the plate, and he gets Taylor to chase. Good response after the leadoff walk. Sitting down the Filthballers 3-hitter on strikes for the first out of the inning. That brings up Ryan Harness.
Chase the catcher there. He did a really good. I think that's where he was wanting him on the other pitch. Just missed his spot, but he came back to that second pitch, setting him up outside, made him chase him off the plate.
Now here's Ryan Harness. Had the 2-run double to open up the scoring back in the bottom of the first. Back up here in the third with a runner aboard and 1 out. Here's the first offering. It's low in the dirt. Looked like a breaking ball that is swung on and missed. A good pitch there from Grease to start off this at-bat.
Alex get a ground ball right here. This would be a big opportunity, good energy, carry it into the dugout, and hopefully get the bats going for the Rail Riders.
Not necessarily double play depth. Both infielders playing pretty deep. Second pitch, rather, of the at-bat is a breaking ball that misses down and in for ball one. Fry over there at first after the leadoff walk. Harness 1 for 1 on the day with the 2 RBI double. Here's the 1-1 from Grease. That one a fastball well upstairs for ball 2. Grease comes set. Kicks, deals the 2-1. That one an off speed that Harness was just behind, or way in front of, rather. Swing and a miss. Count even 2-2.
Got a pretty good fan base here tonight. Guys showed up, watched some postseason play. Good fan base out here tonight. A lot of guys up here, a lot of energy.
A lot of quarterfinal action. Got a lot to cheer for over these past 2 days. Final of 4 quarterfinal matchups. One more semifinal spot yet to be decided. Winner of this one will move on tomorrow to play the Crop Dusters in the late game at 8 p.m. After a timeout, back ready for the 2-2. Grease kicks and deals a breaking ball in the zone that is crushed foul. Rather 7 p.m. tomorrow, the start time for that semifinal. It'll be the Royal Blue Dogs and the Bombers. Here with Coach Sitzman playing the early game at 4 p.m. and then winner of this game and the Crop Dusters face off at 7. After the foul ball, back again for the 2-2. Quick pickoff move over to first. Engelbart had to jab at that one, make sure it didn't get past him, throw off the mark. So Fry slides back in safely, but a good play there from Engelbart to ensure It didn't get past him. Grease sets again for the 2-2. Kicks and deals. Looks like a breaking ball on the outside part of the plate, but can't find the zone, and the count goes full 3-2.
He's doing a really good job of hitting the outer half of that plate. He thinks he deserved that call a little bit. It was a great pitch. Could have went either way.
Harness has battled his way into a full count as Grease will step off and take a second. Here as we await the payoff pitch. Grease making sure he continues to check back Fry over at first. Here's the payoff pitch. That one misses high. It looked like he went fastball, but well upstairs. A great at-bat from Ryan Harness as he draws the walk. 2 aboard now here with only 1 away as Dylan Etherton digs back in here for the Filthballers as they look to add some insurance. Already up 2-0 after the first. They're looking to add on to their lead. The runner up into scoring position as Fry moves up to second. Harness now aboard after the walk.
See how aggressive he is this first pitch.
That one a breaking ball inside, back pick to first, in time! Harness gets caught napping over at first. A great play there from the Rail Riders catcher, Michael Chase, to cut down the runner after the walk. 2 away now here in the bottom of the third.
Coach doesn't seem to agree with it a little bit, but it was a great play, great concentration by the catcher there. Really heads-up play by the catcher. Be able to get that second out.
Chase noticed that Harness got way off the bag with the secondary lead and pounces on his mistake as this a breaking ball well outside the zone. A great pitch there from Grease. A big check swing from Etherton to even the count at 1-1. So Harness picked off. Fry still up in scoring position at second. Here's the 1-1. Swing and a miss. Another breaking ball that misses the bat of Etherton. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
That breaking ball really seems to be helping him, chasing guys out. Looks like it has a lot of good movement.
Lots of swings and misses from the Filthballers here this inning. Lots of movement on the pitch from Grease, as you mentioned. Here's the 1-2. That one a fastball that gets away from Chase all the way to the backstop. Fry will move up 90 feet up to third. So a wild pitch from Grease allows Fry to move up to third. It was a fastball that seemed like just he held on to it just a little too long and then spiked it over the left-hander batter's box.
Goes to show you how heads up that play was by that catcher. They'd be first, they'd be second and third right here with 1 out. Really good opportunity for them. That was a very big out for them.
Crucial defensive play to get this to a 2-out situation. Here's the 2-2 from Grease. Breaking ball misses just outside, and the count goes full. Righty on righty. As Etherton awaits the payoff pitch here from Grease, yet to take his foot on the rubber, and now he does. Gets his signal, comes set. Here's the payoff pitch. Kicks, deals, in the dirt. Etherton lays off. It'll be runners at the corners here with 2 away as the Filthballers able to get another man aboard after drawing a walk. So the inning stays alive, and now Brody Geezer back up to the plate. Here with a pair on board as Michael Chase will head out to the mound to talk with Alex Grease. It's been a solid outing so far. Bit of a hiccup there in the bottom of the first, but I feel like Grease has responded pretty well since then.
Yeah, he's done a great job. Really good job. He's battling for every pitch he's throwing. I think he's starting to feel himself a little bit more confidence. if he can get his walks down, I think he'll be pretty successful to be able to maybe get through 4 or 5 tonight.
Bottom of the third, 2 away, 2 on here for Brody Giza, the third baseman. Flew out to left to end the first. Etherton over at first. Fry over at third. First pitch, fastball misses well inside for ball 1. Here's the 1-0. Fastball high. 2 misses from Grease has made this a 2-0 count.
As a coach, I'm giving a take sign here until we get a strike at least.
Grease kick steals the 2-0. This one in the zone. Grounded to second. Padgett looked to second to try to get the force there, but just ends up firing over to first in time to retire the side. So the Filthballers threaten, but the Rail Riders able to get out of it unscathed as the Filthballers still with a 2-0 lead after 3. We've got a lot of action left yet to come. Don't go anywhere. 4th inning coming up here from Seymour Smith Park on a beautiful July evening. Welcome you back here, top of the 4th. Filthballers maintain a 2-0 lead. 2 runs in the bottom half of the first. Remains the difference here as 4th inning for Sheehan starts not exactly how he would have liked. Looked like a breaking ball that may have gotten away from him. A slider that will bean Dayton Engelbart. That will start off the inning and giving the Rail Riders a leadoff base runner right away, as they have been working at a deficit almost all day at this point.
Yeah, Kane's still right where he needs to be. He has 51 pitches on the day. 32 of those have been strikes. He's only faced 13 batters, so he's doing a great job so far. A little hiccup there. Get a ground ball right here and get right out of this.
So 3, 4, and 5 due up for the Rail Riders as Engelbart started off the inning by getting hit by the pitch, but then quickly another fastball in the zone as Sheehan up 0-2 on Colton Padgett. Here's the 0-2 pitch, another fastball. That one misses outside, 1-2. Kick steals the 1-2. Swing and a miss. A fastball that Sheehan blows by Padgett. Good bounce back there after the leadoff hit by pitch. 1 away here in the top of the 4th.
Yeah, I was definitely going to say right there, that's an awesome job to be able to battle back after you hit somebody. Come in there and fill the zone up still and get the strikeout recorded.
That fastball has been hard to touch whenever it's in the zone. as he goes back to it, but loses it as he tries to go after Jeffis. Tyler Jeffis back up. First pitch, fastball well up and away. Lefty pitcher on righty batter. Sheehan kicks, steals another fastball well outside. Count goes 2-0.
You got to control that fastball a little bit. That same pitch that caught up and in, hit that base runner on first base.
Here's the 2-0. Another fastball. This time he does find the zone. 2 balls and a strike. Here's the 2-1, a breaking ball that catches the inside part of the plate. Just found enough of the zone there on the inside corner. Evens up the count 2-2. Sheehan battling back here against Tyler Jeffis. Sheehan kicks, delivers the fastball once again, keeps getting away from him. But Taylor behind the dish, a good job of stopping that one for being a wild pitch and getting to the backstop. Keeping Engelbart over there at first, but now full count.
It's a big pitch for him.
Yeah, here for Tyler Jeffis against Kane Sheehan. Here's the payoff pitch, a breaking ball that finds its way into the zone. That's going to be skied into center. The center fielder ate the underneath it. Engelbart will retreat back to first. And now 2 away here in the top of the 4th. Good response there from Sheehan. Down in the count, but worked his way back into it. And able to sit down Tyler Jeffis, get him to fly out to center. 2 away, top of the 4th. Now Michael Chase, the catcher, back up, singled back in the 2nd. So he'll take ball 1 out of the zone. One out from Sheehan. Finds the zone on what looked to be a fastball. 1-1 now. Kicks and deals. Fastball down and away. Chase able to foul it back to the backstop. But now Sheehan just a strike away from getting out of the inning.
Yeah, Kane's done a great job. It seemed like there was going to be some opportunity here, and he's battled back with these last couple of guys, gets some recorded outs, and here he is looking for his 3rd out of the inning.
Sheehan kicks, deals, runner goes, ball out of the zone, throw down to second in time. What a dart from Taylor to cut down Engelbart, as that will retire the side. Some good defensive play from the Filthballers, gets them out of the inning, and keeps the Rail Riders off the board. It's 4 scoreless from Kane Sheehan, as the Filthballers still up 2-0 as we head to the home half of the 4th.
10, Tree.
Back now for the bottom of the fourth. It's Peyton Trees, 7-8-9, due up for the Filthballers here in the home half of the fourth. He'll take strike one on a fastball on the outside part of the plate. Alex Grease back out there for his fourth inning of work. Fastball goes inside, just misses, 1-1. Grease going out of the stretch, even though there's no one aboard. Is that one a fastball that got away from him, down and away, 2-1. Grease 52 pitches through his first 3 innings of work. It's been pretty solid outside of the 2-run double that he allowed in the bottom of the first. As this one a breaking ball low in the zone. Trees goes down to get it, but he pokes it away foul over on the right side. Count goes even, 2-2.
You're going to see depth from Alex all night. He's going to, he'll stretch as far as he can. We got to play him earlier in the season through a complete game against us. Got the win. He's a great pitcher. He's going to fill the zone up. Already at 56 pitches. He's doing a great job.
2-2 fastball misses just inside, and the count goes full.
Well, we're officially completely under the lights here. No more sun.
Sky completely dark at this point. Payoff pitch looms here from Grease to Trees. This one a breaking ball in the zone. Going to be lined to short. Bussum makes his way over to make the grab for the first out of the inning.
Now batting, the second baseman, number 8.
So Trees lines out to short to lead off the inning and brings up the second baseman, Nick Peters, who reached out a fielder's choice back in the second.
Bat boy for the Filthballers doing a good job. Beating the guys out there. That's pretty fun. My son got to do the bat boy this year for the Bombers. Yesterday was the first game they didn't have them. The guys didn't know what it was like to pick up their own bats. Pretty funny.
Offense found pretty difficult early on, but then I think they figured out how to pick up the bats later in the game as they able to come up with a pair of runs in the fifth and the sixth. So glad they were able to figure it out, but really do appreciate the entire Sitzman family, all you guys throughout the season.
Yeah, it's been a fun opportunity for us. We're loving Omaha out here. It's been great people everywhere we go, and so much opportunity to be a part of this league and be around great people and great players. It's been really fun for us.
As the second baseman in Peters for the Filthballers able to work himself into a 3-0 count. .30 pitch is a breaking ball that misses down and away. So it's a 4-pitch walk to Peters here with 1 away.
Well, I got Doug over here to my right. He's the Black Sox coach. Maybe talk to him a little bit about how the season went over here. I'll hand the microphone over to him and let him talk about his season a little bit.
Here with Coach Doug from the Black Sox.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Tough way to end the season earlier today, but just talk us through what the process was like throughout the year, what kind of adversity you guys went through, the successes you found, the weaknesses you found, and just overall your experience with the league as you made your way through the season.
For sure, yeah, man. So early on, it was apparent we needed to have an emphasis on being more over the plate on the mound. From a statistical perspective, without having numbers in front of me, I would guess we led the league in walks by a pretty considerable margin. With that being said, I think on the back half of the summer, once we really put the emphasis over the plate, that really kind of cleaned itself up. Um, Kind of took our lumps throughout the summer, but had a couple of core guys that really were kind of rocks for us to help get us through the tough patches. Was really cool to see some of the strides some of the guys made from start to finish. Because for me, in a league like this, while everybody would like to win games and be the last team playing at the end of the day, the emphasis should be on prepping these guys to where when they step back foot on campus in the spring, they're ready to compete and help their team win. And I felt like we did a pretty good job of that. So I'm satisfied with how things went.
And then in terms of what it was like playing, or rather coaching, a handful of guys that a lot of them new to the area, and some guys maybe a little more familiar. What was it like finding with the? What was it like with the combination of just guys that were kind of new around town, kind of the guys that maybe knew what was going on, um, and just overall the experience of your guys and how they handled themselves throughout the years. They got more and more accustomed to how things were like in Omaha.
No, for sure, man. It was a great time from a coaching perspective and a playing perspective. Kind of guys from all over. So getting to connect with a bunch of guys from different places, just kind of hearing different guys' stories, what led them to get here, was really cool. Got a chance to meet some really cool folks out here in Omaha. Everybody affiliated with the Corn Belt League that I've met has just been awesome. I have nothing but great things to say for everybody. It's been really cool to meet some of these other coaches. I believe we're an even split 4-4 of the 8 teams in the league. 4 of the head guys were from out of the state, and 4 guys were from in the state. So just kind of connecting with everybody and seeing how all the different coaches operate and kind of what makes them tick was really cool.
Well, we appreciate your time, Coach Doug, and really appreciate all the effort and all the time you put into your team and just the growing of the league. So we really appreciate all your efforts to do such a thing.
Awesome. Yeah, no problem. I appreciate it, guys.
Get you back to the action as Evan Lenz takes strike one inside on a 3-0 count. Nick Peters took off on the 1-0 pitch. It got to the backstop on a wild pitch, which allowed him to round second and get all the way to third. And then another wild pitch allowed Peters to come in to score, so make it 3-0 Filthballers as Lenz takes ball 4 for a 5-pitch walk, so he's aboard with 2 away. So back to the top of the lineup for the Filthballers as they have now extended their lead to 3-0.
This is a good mound visit right here by the catcher. Kind of get things calmed back down. Things are getting out of a little control. Goes out here and needs to talk to his pitcher, calm him down. He's doing a great job, and just let him know, control the things he can control, and fill up the zone. As you see, a 4-pitch walk right there.
As you mentioned, Chase out on the bump talking to Alex Grease's pitcher. As the Filthballers have brought across another run. Here in the bottom of the 4th. Grease up to 70 pitches through 3 2/3. Has issued 6 walks, which has really made things difficult here today. Now Mitchell Fry back up. Now for the Filthballers here with 2 away. Lenz over at first as this one chopped foul over on the left side.
Go back and look at the scoreboard. You know, they got 2 hits on the day, and Filthballers have 3. So, like you were talking about, those walks really come back to hurt you sometimes, especially when you mix some errors in there. Throwing the ball down to second base right there, that kind of hurts a little bit.
0-1 pitch is a fastball on the outside part of the plate for strike 2. 0-2 quickly to the Filthballers 2-hitter in Mitch Fry. Struck out back in the first and walked in the third. Here up with 2 away in the bottom of the fourth. Here's the pitch from Grease. Breaking ball away as Fry chases for strike 3. So able to work his way out of the inning, but Filthballers bring across another to make it 3-0. Here after 4, we will step aside. 5th inning of action coming up here from Seymour Smith Park. Top of the 5th now. Filthballers extend their lead in the bottom of the 4th, make it 3-0. Here for the 3-seeded Filthballers over the 6-seeded Rail Riders. As Michael Chase leads off the inning, he chops this one to third. It gets past the glove of Barrett. So Chase will reach on an E5 to open up the top of the 5th. So a leadoff base runner here for the Rail Riders. As Caden Allred will come back out to courtesy run. So a good start here in the top of the 5th for the Rail Riders, who at this point, you're starting to panic a little bit. You need some sort of offensive production at this point in the game.
Yeah, he's definitely have an opportunity here. We just got to do the things that you have to do here to be able to get this guy in scoring position, be aggressive on dirt balls, get this guy over.
Off speed misses outside from Sheehan. Back out there in the 5th inning. Has worked through 4 scoreless so far, has surrendered 2 hits. It's been a very solid outing from the Filthballers starter who got the nod here in the quarterfinal. As that one, I believe, a fastball that missed low, 2-0. Now here to Alden Barrett. Breaking ball finds the zone for strike 1. Two-one fastball that misses well away, and now a hitter's count. In a dangerous situation, Rail Riders trying to put 2 aboard here with no one out.
Barrett has to have a really good approach here. Don't roll this ball over. You got to drive it.
3-1 from Sheehan. Breaking ball that finds the zone, gets back in the count. Now full at 3-2. Sheehan comes set, looks to runner back, now delivers the payoff pitch, a fastball that's fouled just over the Rail Riders dugout over on the right side. Pops back out into play, but Barrett stays alive. Still 3-2. A big spot here. It feels like this is a crucial moment in this game as it winds down.
Very big. Has a good opportunity to create some energy here, especially if he gets a walk right here with no outs.
Payoff pitch again. Another breaking ball and another foul ball, this time to the fencing, as Barrett able to get his bat on that one to keep the at-bat alive.
Barrett's doing a really good job of having a good AB right here, forcing some pitch counts for Kane. He's doing a really good job.
Here's the 3-2 again. A breaking ball inside and a swing and a miss. A big punch out there for Kane Sheehan. Make it 6 on the evening for the Filthballers starter. And a big first out here in the top of the 5th. Barrett fought in the count. Fouled a couple away, but ultimately unable to put anything in play as Sheehan goes fastball on the outside part of the plate for strike one, now facing Devin Garbiso, the designated hitter, an 8 slot here for the Rail Riders. 1 away, 1 aboard. Here in the top of the 5th, another fastball. This one gets away from Sheehan outside in the left-handed batter's box. 1-1 the count. Lefty pitcher against the righty Garbiso. Sheehan coming set. Able to keep an eye on the runner. This is a back foot slider that misses, and Garbiso lays off, and count goes 2-1.
Yeah, some people listening back at Georgia, my in-laws are listening. I want to say hey to them. They said you're doing a really good job, Mike.
I really appreciate that. It's been fun. I mean, it's been a lot of fun baseball. We've seen a lot of really energetic games over just these 2 days. It really feels like the postseason. All these teams just giving it their all.
Yeah,
it's producing some pretty good ball.
These guys have fought all season long, all summer long, and they don't want their season to come to end. This really shows how fierce competitors they are. They're doing a really good job.
3-1 fastball from Sheehan is fouled sharply away by Garbiso over by the Filthballers dugout in another full count. Here that has been worked against Sheehan. Here's the payoff pitch. That one, the breaking ball down and in. That is fouled away by Garbiso over on the left side, which will keep the at-bat alive. Sheehan now up to 80 pitches. As you said, a key for the Rail Riders is really going to be to try to get to the Filthballers bullpen.
And they've done a great job so far with these 2 batters.
80 pitches through 4 1/3 for Sheehan. Here's the payoff pitch once more. This one, another breaking ball in the zone, going to be skied in the air to center. Athey nearly dropped it, but able to come up with it. Fell out of his glove, but able to almost hug it for the second out. That was heart probably dropped if you're in the Filthballers dugout. But able to make the play for the second out. So good response from the Filthballers defense after the error to lead off the inning that allowed the base runner to get up to first, but they have not allowed him to move anymore. Now here's Kyler Seaman. His first pitch fouled in the air on the right side, in and out of the glove of Fry over there in foul territory. He had it in his leather, but it just popped out. So second life for Kyler Seaman, as the first pitch he saw was a breaking ball that he just golfed up into the air over on the right side, but Fry unable to come up with it. And now, if you're Seaman, you're thinking, I have a second life now. Interesting to see how he attacks the rest of this at-bat. 0-1. Here's the pitch from Sheehan. Fastball that misses well outside. Even count 1-1.
Pitch count starting to get up a little bit. Starting to seem a little fatigued, but he's still doing a good job. Worked 2 counts in a row. Now he's working with 2 outs. And get this guy right here with a lot of confidence and get to the next inning.
Here's the 1-1. Fastball on the inside part of the plate. Paints the inner part of the zone for strike 2. Sheehan looking to put up a fifth straight 0 on the scoreboard for the Rail Riders offense. Kicks and deals. Here's the 1-2. A fastball away. Seaman lays off, and the count goes even. Two balls, two strikes, two outs. Top of the fifth, one aboard. Here's the 2-2. That one a fastball that catches the inside part of the plate. Seaman doesn't agree, but it's a backwards K. Make it 7 for Sheehan through 5 scoreless as the Filthballers hang on to a 3-0 lead as we'll head to the bottom of the fifth. 3 seed in a great spot here in quarterfinal number 4. Welcome you back. Bit of drama in the middle of the fifth.
Coach has a little bit of something to be upset with. That call really wasn't the best call.
Dalton Stamper, the head coach of the Rail Riders, ejected in the middle of the fifth. Bucky be back. Bottom of the 5th. Thomas Taylor led off the inning with a single to left. Now 2-0 to Ryan Harness. Alex Grease still out there for the Rail Riders. His fastball misses up and away for ball 3. Harness 1 for 2. Or rather, 1 for 1 on the day.
There's a called strike right there to bring the count to 3-1.
Harness walked back in the 3rd and then was picked off over at first on a back pick. 3-1 the count. Here from Grease to Harness. 3-1 breaking ball swung on and missed. A big swing there from Harness, but misses his bat and the count goes full. Grease comes set, ready to deliver the payoff pitch. 3-2, fastball, he goes high and misses. It's ball 4. And first 2 aboard for the Filthballers here in the bottom of the 5th. Worth noting that Taylor, the catcher, aboard to lead off the inning, and then courtesy runner in Aiden Spicer as he moves up to second now. So we will get a...
I wonder if you see a bunt opportunity here. They got a little bit of a run opportunity here, but they got an opportunity to also move some runners in scoring position. So I'm sure that's what they're chatting about over there at third base. So you probably should expect the bunt right here.
Yeah, mound visit on the bump for the Rail Riders, and then both base runners and Dylan Etherton, who is about to come up to the plate, meeting with head coach over at third. Both teams just discussing what their next move might be. 2 aboard with no one out here in the bottom of the 5th for the Filthballers.
So we're getting a little action in the bullpen from the Rail Riders.
Etherton had a strong end to his regular season, went 4 for 5 over his last 2 games with 6 RBIs. He's got a runner up in scoring position at second, as well as another runner aboard over at first.
Yep, here's the bunt.
Shows bunt, pops it straight up in the air over on the left side of foul territory, and Chase right there to make the play. So 1 pitch and a pop out on a fun attempt by Etherton to get the first out here in the bottom of the 5th for the Rail Riders.
That's frustrating as a coach. I've been there before. That's tough right there. You expect the guy to do the job and move the guys over, and that helps Alex out right here. Ground ball and get him out of the inning.
So now Brody Geezer, the third baseman, 0 for 2 on the day with a flyout and a ground out. First pitch he sees, he's going to ground this one to short. A great play by the shortstop in time. Bussum was dragged all the way out to the outfield grass and on the run, able to cut down Spicer on the force at third. A great play there from the Rail Riders shortstop. There's 2 away.
He showed range all year long. This guy right here, he's awesome to watch. Ball carries him to his right side. He knows he has a play at third base. Makes a hard chest-high throw on the run. Able to get that force out at third.
So they cut down the runners. Still first and second, but now 2 away. First pitch from Grease to Trees is a fastball that misses high for ball 1. So Geezer aboard on the fielder's choice. As a breaking ball from Grease misses just inside for ball 2.
Just when you thought the Filth Baller was going to bust it open. Just managed to get out of this inning right here. The ground ball.
Rail Riders just a pitch away from getting out of the jam unscathed. Grease comes set. Here's the 2-0. Fastball, he went low and just missed. 3 balls, no strikes. Grease comes set. Here's the 3-0. That one an off speed that misses as well. It's a 4-pitch walk to Trees that will load the bases here with 2 away. As Nick Peters comes to the plate.
Now batting, the second baseman, number 80, Nick Peters.
So bases loaded with 2 outs. 8-hitter Nick Peters. For 2 so far. First pitch he sees. He's going to shoot this one into right. Harness in to score. Here comes Geezer from second. He's going to get cut down. A great throw from Getman to the plate. So the Filthballers bring across one more, but a good defensive play from the Rail Riders right fielder to cut down what would have been the 5th run. So they get out of the inning with the Filthballers extend their lead. It's 4-0. We'll head to the 6th here on the Corn Belt League YouTube channel. Don't go anywhere. Top of the 6th now as the Rail Riders back up. Kane Sheehan back out there. 86 pitches through 5 scoreless innings. He's only allowed 2 hits and a walk and punched out 7. First pitch here to Wyatt Getman is in time. It was a chopper to short. Fires over to first in time. So a 6-3 putout to start the inning.
The first baseman came off the bag a little bit there. Looks like they're trying to get a conversation from the home plate umpire.
Looks like we might get a conference between the home plate umpire and the first base umpire. The argument is that Engelbart, or rather Fry over at first, pulled his foot off the bag as he was receiving the throw from Lenz at short. Getman staying put at first. The entire Rail Riders dugout rather, was certain he was safe. And they do indeed reverse the call. So leadoff man aboard. And they're going to give it an error on the throw. So an E6 to open up the inning. As Getman gets aboard. That's big as the 10 hitter for the Rail Riders leading off the inning. Getting on base as the lineup card will flip over. It's now the Filthballers head coach out to have a conversation with the home plate umpire.
I think that's the right call. It's a quick play. First baseman try to make some effort, get the ball there sooner, makes a good stretch, pulls him off the bag a little bit. Got a three-man crew tonight. I don't think Coach likes this call right here. He thinks it's his call. He doesn't think it should be overturned. I can see it both ways.
Definitely a controversial play over at first, but ultimately the call is reversed. So Getman aboard off of the E6 to lead off the inning, and Jake Bussum in the top of the Rail Riders order back up as he'll take a fastball very high for ball one. Taylor able to stab at that one, save it from going to the backstop. She hands 1-0. Another fastball, this one in the zone for strike one.
I'd really like to see some aggressive base running here. Try to get these guys in scoring position and get something going here. A lot of guys stranded at first base tonight. Got to be aggressive at some point.
1-1 finds the inside part of the plate for strike two. Sheehan comes set, ready to deliver the 1-2 pitch. This one going to be shot up the middle. Peters fumbles it and unable to hold on as he tried to just step on the bag at second and get the force. It looked like he was trying to just flip it to short. It looked like he was trying to flip it to Lenz, who was on the bag already, but fumbled it as he received it. So back-to-back errors from the Filthballers defense has allowed the first two batters of the inning for the Rail Riders to reach. So runners on first and second with no one out. It was a hard ground ball that pulled Peters towards the second base bag. He tried to flip it, lost control of it, then tried to step on the bag, but then the ball popped out of his mitt. So everyone's safe. Runners on first and second. Quick mountain visit here for the Filthballers as they're going to get Sheehan some water. Very humid evening. Temperatures have cooled down, but humidity remaining pretty high.
Going back to that play right there, it's one of those plays. It's tough as a second baseman. Communication's key right there. He feels like he's bringing himself to the bag with that ground ball and feels like he can take it himself. Just the communication error there by the shortstop and second baseman.
Just a couple of defensive errors back-to-back for the Filthballers. That's 3 on the evening.
Got to be aggressive here. Take a chance of opportunity here and get a run scored. Get a little bit of life.
Pretty uncharacteristic from the Filthballers. The fewest errors in the league and the highest fielding percentage as a team throughout the season. But 3 errors here this evening. They still find themselves up 4-0. But a pair of infield errors in the top of the 6 here has given the Rail Riders some life. Brendan Allred up to the plate now as he shows bunt and then pulls back a fastball well inside for ball one. Allred struck out in the first and grounded out to end the third. His team needs him here. Anything helps. Just something to get his team on the board. 4-0 misses behind, 2-0, 1-0 rather, misses behind Allred back to the backstop. That's big. Both runners move up 90 feet. That takes away the double play ball. 2 runners in scoring position with no one out here for the Rail Riders as they try to inch their way back into the game. A big opportunity here in the top of the 6th with the top of their lineup due up. Brendan Allred, the 2-hitter. 2 runners in scoring position, no one out. Here's Sheehan's 2-0. He goes back to the fastball that finds the bottom part of the zone near the knees of Allred for strike 1. Here's the 2-1 from Sheehan. This one going to be chopped to the right side. Fielded by Fry. He fell over, but able to make the play as he tags out Allred over at first. That does a job, though. It's an RBI ground out for Brendan Allred, so make it 4-1 now. Bussum moves up to third. Now 1 away here with a runner on for Dayton Engelbart.
Really like that approach and that batter right there. He did a really good job of just understanding he need to put the ball in play to score that run with no outs on the board. Great play by the first baseman as well.
First pitch to Engelbart misses for ball 1. So Rail Riders finally on the board here in the top of the 6th. Make it 4-1. Runner on third. This one going to be chopped to the middle of the infield. That's going to do a job. It's Lenz over to make the play. A 6-3 putout for the second out of the inning. But the Rail Riders bring across both base runners to make it 4-2 now. So they've cut the deficit in half. This is a much more interesting game here and now in the top of the 6th.
Really good job of taking advantage of those errors right there and scoring those 2 runs and picking them up and putting the ball in play.
Now Colton Padgett, the cleanup hitter, aboard, or rather up to bat now with no one aboard and 2 outs as he takes a fastball away for ball 1, count even 1-1. So Engelbart and Allred with RBI groundouts to make this a 4-2 game as a breaking ball is swung on and missed by Padgett. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Getman and Bussum come in to score. The 1-2 swung on and missed. 8th strikeout for Sheehan as he gets out of the 6th with no more damage. But the Rail Riders cut into the lead and make it 4-2 here after 5.5. We'll head to the home half of the 6th. Filthballers still hang on to a 4-2 lead here in the Corn Belt League quarterfinal. Rail Riders get on the board in the top of the 6th and cut into the lead, make it 4-2. So a much interesting game here now as the Filthballers back up. Quinn Athey, 9-1-2, due up for the Filthballers as Alex Grease remains out there for his 6th inning of work. He's working on 87 pitches through 5 innings as his first pitch sails above the glove of Chase to the backstop on a fastball, 1-0. As that one in there for strike 1. Here's the 1-1. Fastball on the outside part of the plate. Catches the zone for strike 2. Grease comes set. Here's the 1-2. Fastball that he held on to a little too long. Spikes it in the dirt outside. First ball, number 2. Count goes even.
See if he comes back to that slider. It's been working all night. Chase him on the outside, half the plate.
Here's the 2-2. Fastball that once again gets away from him. That one sails over the head of Athey, and the count goes full. Grease comes set. Here's the payoff pitch. That one misses low. He went fastball right at the knees, but just misses. And it's a leadoff walk to Quinn Athey, which is big for the Filthballers as they're able to get the leadoff man aboard and bring back up to the plate the top of the lineup, as we will now get a plate, or a mound visit rather, here for the Rail Riders. There is some action over there in the bullpen. So we'll see what the decision here is. Grease now up to 93 pitches. So he's down in a catcher's squat as the rest of his infield gathered around him on the mound.
Top of the order, the shortstop, number 12, Evan Led.
Grease will stay put. Top of the lineup back up now for the Filthballers. Here's Evan Lenz. He's 1 for 2 on the day. Singled and scored in the first, flew out to right in the second, and walked in the fourth.
Let's see if he bunts these guys over.
Athey over at first. First pitch swinging, a line drive into shallow center. It'll get down in front of Allred. Athey will stay put at second. So that moves the runner up into scoring position, first and second, with no one out here for the Filthballers in the bottom of the 6th, looking to respond after the Rail Riders were able to find the scoreboard and put up a pair in the top of the 6th. Filthballers would love to add some insurance heading to the top of the 7th as they would try to close things out.
Love the aggressiveness there by Lenz. He knows there's a mound visit, knows his pitch count's getting up, knows he's working on his last couple batters, jumps on a fastball, and drips one right into center field.
First pitch was a ball. Here's the 1-0. Fastball inside, misses for ball 2. Here's the 2-0. That one misses inside, gets away from the catcher and chase. Both runners are going to move up. This is turning into a disaster here for the Rail Riders as both runners up into scoring position with no one out, and it's a 3-0 count at the plate.
You got to think this is his last batter here.
97 pitches for Grease. Finds the zone on 3-0. Hitters count now here for Fry. Here's the 3-1. That one misses high. Ball 4. A 5-pitch walk to Mitch Fry to load the bases. And that will be the end of the evening. For Alex Grease. His night comes to a close after 5 innings. He's responsible for all 3 runners aboard. We'll take a break and preview the new Rail Riders arm out of the bullpen when we come back here on the Corn Belt League YouTube channel. Call to the bullpen here for the Rail Riders in the bottom of the 6th. Alex Grease's day comes to an end. Matthew Chandler out of the bullpen. Normally a starter, his first relief appearance of the season. He's put in a absolute jam with the bases loaded and no one out. And the Rail Riders absolutely cannot afford to give up any more runs as they've already cut the deficit down to 2, but down to their final 3 outs on offense.
They have a really good opportunity to bust this thing open right here.
Filthballers, one swing of the bat could make this game almost certainly out of hand as that one finds the bottom of the zone, 0-2. Here's the 0-2 pitch from Chandler. That one's going to get away. To the backstop it goes. In to score is Athey. Lens up to third. Fry up to second. Make it 5-2. As the Filthballers looking to try and put this one out of reach here in the bottom of the sixth.
That's hard. That's frustrating. 0-2 count. Pass ball to the guy at third base.
It's a fastball that just got away from Chandler, and then Chase was unable to keep it in front of him behind the plate. As it kicks to the backstop. Athey easily comes in to score. Still 2 in scoring position with no outs. Here for Thomas Taylor as he takes a 1-2 pitch fastball high for ball 2. Here's the 2-2. That one in the dirt. Blocked by Chase, but the count goes full. Looked like a breaking ball in the dirt. And Taylor lays off. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Chandler awaits his signal as Taylor calls time at home. Here's the payoff pitch from the lefty Chandler. That one in the dirt. And Taylor forces a walk. Bases loaded once again.
Great at bat there to go 0-2. Be able to work a walk.
Your attention, please.
Aiden Spicer coming back out to courtesy run for the catcher in Taylor, who will stop by on his way back to the dugout to give some words of advice for Ryan Harness, who's about to dig in. Harness 1 for 1 with an RBI double that opened up the scoring in the bottom of the first, a 2-run double, as well as a walk in the third and in the fifth, as well as a run scored in the fifth. Takes ball 1 low. Still no one out with bases loaded.
Infield's in. Looks like they're going to go 4 here.
This one in on the hands. He's going to foul it away into the dirt. Looked like a fastball. And they're going to say
Oh, wow.
catcher's interference. It was interesting because the ball went straight into the ground, but they're going to say that the bat of Harness caught the glove of Chase, which allows another run to come in. Make it 6-2 here, still with the bases loaded and no one out. Filthballers really trying to put this one out of reach as they've gone back up by 4. And plenty of opportunity to do more damage. Now, Dylan Etherton digs in, takes strike 1 on a fastball on the inside part of the plate. Here's the 0-1. This one going to be chopped to third. A barehanded throw to the plate in time. Great play there from the third baseman, Alden Barrett, who came in and barehanded a chopper and then threw it home to Chase to cut down the runner and get the force out at home. So that gets the first out of the inning and keeps the Filthballers from adding on to their lead for the time being. Good play there from the third baseman, as now there's one away here for Brody Geezer. First pitch in there for strike 1. Etherton up to first off the fielder's choice. Harness at second. Taylor's courtesy runner in Spicer over at third. Fastball misses inside for ball 1. Geezer 0 for 3 on the day. Fly out, ground out, and reached on a fielder's choice. Here's the 1-1. Swing and a miss on a fastball in the zone. Good pitch there from Chandler to make it a 1-2 count.
Got to have the approach here, digging in the box, hitting a deep fly ball, and at least scoring one of these runs right here. Base hit would do it as well.
This one going to be lined into center. Allred makes the catch, but it's going to be deep enough for Geezer, or rather Spicer, to tag. Play at the plate. Gets by Chase as Spicer slides in safe. So 2 away after the sac fly from Geezer makes it 7-2 Filthballers. Runners now at second and third with 2 outs for Peyton Trees as the Filthballers have extended their lead to the biggest it's been, make it 7-2.
What a great throw right there by the center fielder.
Absolute dart, but Chase just couldn't quite corral it. And they're going to appeal over at third and say that Spicer left early, and the appeal is unsuccessful. So the run will count, and it will remain 7-2. Now bottom of the 6th. 3 runs across for the Filthballers. Rail Riders pulled within 2, but then the Filthballers, with a quick response, have stretched the lead to 5, which is the biggest it's been. Still 2 in scoring position here for Trees, but now with 2 outs. First pitch, fastball in the zone for strike 1. Here's the 0-1 from Chandler. Fastball again in the zone, a swing and a miss. Quickly 0-2. Trees 1 for 2 on the day. With a single, a line out, and a walk. 0 for 2, or 0-2 the count rather. Here's the pitch. Another fastball in the zone, swung on and missed. So Chandler works his way out of it, but not before the Filthballers bring across 3 and extend their lead to 5 as we head to the 7th inning where the Rail Riders down to their final 3 outs to try and salvage their season as the Filthballers try to claim the final semifinal spot here at the Corn Belt League postseason tournament. You're listening right here on the Corn Belt League YouTube channel. Rail Riders down to their final 3 outs. Now top of the 7th. Kane Sheehan back out there. For the Filthballers, trying to close things out. 101 pitches through 6 innings of work. First pitch he throws to the extra hitter Tyler Jeffis in there for strike 1. Second pitch he throws a big swing and a miss for strike 2. That one in the dirt. Looked like another fastball that held on to a little bit too long. 1-2 the count.
Kane's such a competitor, man. I don't know how much of that's coach's decision coming back out or how much of that is his decision, but he loves to compete. He loves to complete things, so I'm not surprised with him coming back out.
This one going to be shot through the gap on the right side. It's a leadoff single for Tyler Jeffis to lead off the top of the 7th. Rail Riders with a lot of work to do, but that's at least a start. As Jeffis aboard with a leadoff single. 5, 6, and 7 due up for the Rail Riders here in the top of the 7th with their season on the line. Catcher and Michael Chase now up. He's 1 for 2 on the day. First pitch he sees is an off-speed pitch that misses down and in for ball 1. Second pitch, a fastball outside for ball 2.
Got to have some strategy going into this inning. Make him pitch 20, 30 pitches in this inning, force the bullpen, like I said, and hopefully score some runs.
That one, an off-speed that misses outside for ball 3.
Coach has a decision to make here soon, especially if he walks this batter.
Looks like it's Pedro Moquette over in the Filthballers bullpen. As that one misses just outside, it's a 4-pitch walk to the Rail Riders catcher. So first 2 guys aboard. Here in the top of the 7th, it looks like Sheehan will stay out there. Or rather not. It looks like we're going to get a mound visit. So we'll see if they go to Moquette this quickly. Obviously, if you're the Filthballers, would love to save all of your arms in the bullpen. But with how high his pitch count is getting and how high the stakes are, there's not much room to mess around. It looks like that will be the end of the evening for Sheehan as Moquette makes his way out of the bullpen into the dugout and onto the field. But what an outing for Kane Sheehan. 6 innings, 3 hits, 2 unearned runs, only 2 walks and 8 punch-outs on 109 pitches. His team needed him, and he delivered. He's responsible for the 2 guys on base, but he did everything he could. Kane Sheehan will see his night come to an end here with no one out in the top of the 7th, and the Filthballers will turn to their closer in Moquette as we'll step aside and preview the Filthballers arm out of the bullpen when we return. Don't go anywhere. Top of the 7th. Rail Riders looking to keep their season alive, and the Filthballers looking to move on to the semifinals. So they went back to Sheehan in the top of the 7th to see if he could try to close things out and go for a CG, but first 2 batters for the Rail Riders aboard here in the top of the 7th. So Sheehan chased from the game. Filthballers turned to their closer in Pedro Moquette here to try and close things out with a 5-run lead and 2 runners aboard. Fastball on the outside part of the plate in there for strike 1, the first offering from Moquette. 8 appearances in the regular season, 7 2/3 innings pitched, a 1.83 ERA, 18-7 strikeout to walk ratio. Another pitch on the outside part of the plate. That one looked more of an off speed, but it catches the zone. And Alden Barrett quickly down in the count, 0-2 to Moquette.
Yeah, you see why he's in the game. He fills the zone up. That's why they like him. They trust him to get some outs here. You know, they got a 5-run lead here. Nothing too tight, nothing too serious. Doesn't have a whole lot of velocity, but he knows that this guy's going to get in here and throw strikes for him.
0-2 pitch is outside and fouled. Barrett was able to get his bat on it to stay alive. It looked like a breaking ball in the lefty batter's box. So Barrett stays alive in the at-bat, 0-2. As the Rail Riders just have to keep this going. 2 aboard with no one out, but a 5-run deficit. Here's the 0-2 pitch. That one in the dirt. Swung on and missed. First base is occupied, so that will be a strikeout for Alden Barrett to record the first out of the inning. That was a big one there for Moquette. A good piece of pitching there as he sets down Barrett on 4 strikes.
Moquette's doing a really good job. Love the confidence. Get in there, working quick. Knows he has a job to do.
Jeffis takes off from second, and Chase, or rather Allred, over at first. The courtesy runner for the catcher Chase. Caden Allred up to second. Jeffis up to third. But if you're the Filthballers, you're not really thinking about either of those runs, as that one misses just inside. Count goes 2-1.
Now running at second base, number 31, Caden Allred.
Two one is swung on and miss. A fastball in the zone that gets by Garbiso. Devin Garbiso 0 for 2 on the day.
Big
Ground
swing.
out and a fly out.
Big swing right here. Could put him right back in it. This guy can do it. I've seen him do it.
2 home runs in the regular season. Here's the 2-1. Another big swing and a miss on a pitch in the zone, and the count goes even at 2-2. Moquette comes set. Here's the 2-2. This one going to be lifted to left. Back trying to make a play is Etherton. He tracks it down. Jeffis will tag from third. It's a sac fly for Devin Garbiso, but the second out of the inning.
That goes to show you his power there. He puts that ball 10 feet from the warning track by just throwing his bat at it. A lot of power there.
So now Rail Riders down to their final out. They make it 7-3, but now 2 away.
Number 25, Tyler Seaman.
Kyler Seaman stepping up to the plate. Allow the last hope for the Rail Riders. Runner goes with the pitch as he will take third on the defensive indifference. As Seaman takes strike 1 on a fastball that was on the outer part of the plate. Here's the 0-1. That one a breaking ball that misses low. Seaman lays off. Count goes even 1-1. Here's the 1-1. This one going to be chopped to third. It's going to get past Geezer. Into left. We'll see if they count it as an error or an RBI single. But make it 4 for the Rail Riders. 7-4 now. Top of the 7th. Runner on first. Still down to their final out. Both of those runs do get charged to Sheehan. They will call it an RBI single for Seaman.
So the first baseman here is playing back. I wonder if he'll take this bag. There he goes.
So Seaman will move up to second on the defensive indifference. Ball 1 to Wyatt Getman at the plate. As he'll take third as well. As this one going to be lifted to center. Back at the wall trying to make the grab is 80. He can't come up with it. In to score is Seaman. Racing around second all the way to third is Getman. The Rail Riders make it 7-5. Now a runner at third, and the tying run is going to come to the plate.
Key to this game all night was getting to the bullpen, and you just hope that they didn't do it too late. But key was getting to the bullpen early, and you kind of seen why right here.
Getman, it's an RBI triple, and that brings up the top of the lineup. Another arm in the Filthballers bullpen. We'll see if they go to him quickly.
Good mound visit right here, a lot of energy. Gonna settle things back down.
As we will get another pitching change. Rail Riders will bring the tying run to the plate when we come back. Don't go anywhere. Plenty of tension here as the Rail Riders try to fight to keep their season alive. Call to the bullpen again here for the Filthballers as the Rail Riders have brought the tying run to the plate. Moquette was able to get 2 outs, but Filthballers go back to another arm. It's Cole Drumheller. Appeared in a team-high 14 games in the regular season. 21 innings, he had a 3.33 ERA as he'll face the top of the lineup here for the Rail Riders. His first pitch is a breaking ball that misses off the plate on the outside for ball 1. Righty on righty here between Bussum and Drumheller.
A lot of room up the middle right here. Smoke a fastball right back up the middle.
Here's the 1-0. Big swing and a miss on a fastball up and in. Count goes 1-1. Drumheller coming set. Filthballers 1 out away from the semifinals. Here's the 1-1. Breaking ball in the zone for strike 2. A swing and a miss from Bussum. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Drumheller looking to slam the door and propel his team to a date with the Crop Dusters tomorrow night. Drumheller comes set, ready for the 1-2. Kicks and deals. Fastball in the zone that's popped foul out of play. So Bussum will keep his team's season alive at least for one more pitch. Rail Riders, a lot of work that they've done to even get to this point. Tying run at the plate, but down to their final strike. Here's the 1-2 again. That one is a called strike 3. Drumheller slams the door and sends the Filthballers to the semifinals tomorrow night as they'll take on the 2-seeded Crop Dusters.
7, Rail Riders 5.
Rail Riders threatened at the end, but the Filthballers find a way to get it done as they pick up a 7-5 victory in the 4th and final quarterfinal matchup.
Great matchup all around. It was a lot of fun to watch these guys compete, inning for inning. Everybody did their job right there. It was a lot of fun to watch these two teams.
So the semifinals are set. It'll be Coach Sitzman's Bombers against the 8-seeded Royal Blue Dogs at 4 p.m. And then the 3-seeded Filthballers will take on the 2-seeded Crop Dusters at 7. So we'll have the coverage for both of those. I want to say a very big thank you to Coach Sitzman for being alongside me all day long, bringing you guys some color commentary for both of these quarterfinal games this evening. Coach, thank you so much for all your work here throughout the season as a coach, and a smaller thank you for all the work you've done here today. I really appreciate your
Absolutely.
time.
I've enjoyed it. Like I said, anytime I get to be around baseball, especially talk with baseball and see things from this side, it was a pleasure for you to be up here with me, helping me out a little bit. So I'm excited to do it. Like I said, we have a big opportunity tomorrow playing against the Blue Dogs. So I got to get kind of locked back into coaching mode a little bit and get these guys fired up to play tomorrow. But like I said, it's been a great opportunity to be a part of all this. It's such a fun thing to watch and be a part of. My family up here as well. A big shout out to everybody that's tuned in and listened today. I know I had some people back home in Georgia showing some more support. That was awesome. Anybody that tuned in and listened today, Mike did a great job. He has a bright future in this.
Really, really appreciate all those kind words, Coach. It really means a lot, and it really means a lot all your time today. It was an absolute pleasure to call a couple of games with you. But that will do it from us here this evening. Filthballers, your 4th and final semifinalist here in the Corn Belt League postseason. Final score, Filthballers 7, Rail Riders 5, alongside Coach Seth Sitzman. I've been Mike Knockenauer. Thank you so much for tuning in over these past 2 days. We'll be back right here tomorrow for semifinal Saturday. Have a great rest of your evening. Good night.